mind going to then.
All right, there we go. App's got to load in. And we might probably gonna talk some Supercross and some other things. I got questions about, of course, the new game. Oh, geez, didn't even take the sticker off my shirt. Or well, actually, I got this for Christmas. You how with it I am. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Speaking of Supercross, I need to get my fantasy picks in.
I did mine last week or Monday morning or Sunday morning. I mean, come on. Boop, boop, boop. So, okay. Oh, right.
Well, I usually do them on Tuesday, but yeah, this week has been different.
Okay. Yep.
You gotta join the
Okay, I'm
farm,
in.
didn't you?
Okay. Yeah, I don't. How come I can't?
Before you do anything, because I don't have any equipment or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
We
That's
need to
why.
talk about that. But let me get this done
That's why I
first.
couldn't hop in something. But anyway.
Yeah, because there isn't anything for you to hop in yet.
Yeah, too bad Derek couldn't. And I get it. It's cold, and I thought he had heating out there though. And
I think it must have went out from what I
okay,
understood.
and insulation. But yeah, yeah, I got
Well,
my.
that and then I didn't know what he was talking about being busy on that second place. I didn't know that. I guess that makes more sense now on why he hasn't been in for
Yeah,
months.
let's see. You're on, or no, you're on YouTube tonight, or are you doing Twitch too?
Nope,
Okay.
I'm doing Twitch.
Uh, I'll give you
I
the
didn't
view
change
on
it.
YouTube though. You need it over there.
I just posted a short there
I haven't seen that pop
earlier.
up yet. Let's get. Aren't you showing live yet?
Should be. I am live
It takes a little
on
bit.
Twitch.
Well, YouTube. Or you're not on YouTube?
I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Twitch.
Oh, you're not multi-stream or dual streaming?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I was just gonna, in case somebody hops in your chat. But anyway, welcome, Kevin. What's your favorite Supercross rider? Because we'll start with that for a bit.
Well, no, what we need to start out with is what we're gonna do with this map, dude.
Well, yeah, but
Because we got $1.5 million, and I'm here right next to the fields that you would normally start off with, but I can blink the 1.5 out,
yeah,
and we could just do contracts, or I could buy this farm, which is going to be about as much money as we have, and just
I
start farming, and then still do contracts to make some more money.
I don't care. We could just farm it, just because unless we're gonna work at this map a little bit.
I plan on playing this map a little bit, but I don't
Okay.
know. Like, I'm kind of, I've been kind of burned out on No Man's Land for a
Well,
while.
yeah, it definitely needs, you know, because it's a
But the,
flatter map. It needs um
we do
some
need, let's
variety.
see.
Okay, so are you in a? Must be
I
watch.
don't know. We got a field over here that needs harvested on our new piece of property that we bought. So I'm gonna buy a combine for us,
Okay, so
and I guess you can drive this stuff over and kind of start getting yourself familiar.
hang on. Well, no, for some reason,
And just
stream.
seeing what crop.
Okay, there we go. Now I was trying to get into something just get where you are. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Tomac kind of had a little bit of a comeback there, so um I'm wondering maybe he can. I mean, he's got some points to make up, but I was kind of not. I was kind of counting him. Yeah, not out, but just like, I'm not really going to be in contention. The other guys are making mistakes. So, uh,
Yeah, this season's been a little bit.
it's been pretty wild. Like I couldn't have predicted some of the stuff that you'd have almost almost five guys that would be you know kind of in the contention. It could come down to Salt Lake.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch this weekend again. I didn't figure I would because Daytona they never put it on a channel I can watch. They hardly ever do.
Well, it could have been on. Well, actually, the
So
TV.
there's a combine over here for you,
Oh, okay.
and we'll just do this for a truck.
Ambiance. Um,
And we have a grain truck now.
yeah, actually, I think it was like on. It might have. I mean, we watch it on Peacock, but might have been on CNBC or something like it, which is just weird to me that they broadcast some of that on that channel. I only know that channel or think of that channel as um, like Shark Tank or whatever.
Yeah,
Because like, I don't have regular TV, but well, I guess I should probably follow you. I don't know where.
there is no following. I'm working this plowing this field
Well,
here.
which one are we gonna
Well, okay,
watch?
fine. Okay, fine. Then here, you take the truck, and I'll take the combine.
Okay. Well, but yeah, like I was back there for I had to stay in a hotel, so actually I watched. Uh, all I had was regular TV, and um, whoop, that trailer not designed for that.
I don't think so. I don't know.
um, but yeah, and it's like I flip by and CNBC. It's like just like a marathon of Shark Tank. It's like that show's fine for when there's absolutely nothing on and you kind of you kind of want some noise, but you don't have to think, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. It's a it feels like that channel is kind of like MTV with ridiculousness. Only CNBC, it's Shark Tank. Like that's the only
Yeah.
it's the only thing that's on TV.
What's up, Gold Gaming?
Oh, good. Yeah. Hey, well, you got in early, so you're gonna catch most of the stream. Caught one of yours a little while back. And we're doing Alma, Missouri here. That was Skull Crusher's choice, just something different.
Yeah,
I'm
we've
just
been talking about it for a while, and we just
well,
haven't done
yeah,
it.
we were hoping maybe our buddy'd come in, but I think he's got this probably isn't the best night for him, I guess. We've been
I
talking
don't
about
think any
switching
night's
nights,
the best
maybe.
night from now that I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just busy working on other stuff.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I was sick earlier this week, but then last night, uh, and on the rental, the other plugging away at that, getting some good progress on it. Kind of forget, Ronnie.
It does look like a really good map.
I'm,
Workhorse. It's a multiplayer, so I lost the farm, so to speak. But
I
from what
like the
I'm seeing of it,
textures.
I like it.
I like the terrain. This, feels like where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're semi familiar with not exactly this area, but
Even though we're miles away from this place, it looks like someplace that's out here in the Midwest.
yeah. And
This
these
although
ditches
this
these
dirt,
ditches
this
are accurate.
well, I was just thinking this uh white dirt road is accurate
Yep,
too, because that's all their roads are.
yep. Especially when you get into Kansas, but then yeah, definitely in like I said, it's pretty accurate. And it feels I don't know. It feels like home, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense. If that makes sense. Forget Ronnie. Are you watch motorcycle racing? Are you into that? Because we may get to talking Supercross here because we follow it. We used to race a bit recreationally. Talked about that on even this Flora, right? Correct. Yeah, we've been fans that well the mid '90s, early '90s,
Yeah.
Grath years. Of course,
Yeah.
it was hard to watch then because they're chopped up or months delayed broadcasts. Like you either had to watch it on like ABC's Wild World of Sports or then later ESPN would have a 1 hour show where they basically it was a highlight reel or you'd get the well at that time the 250 or the premier class main just get little inklings 125 at the time. NASCAR and straight track, yeah. Well, I I kid on NASCAR, roundy racing.
Well,
I sort of get it. I was
yep. There we go.
okay. Excuse me.
I'll let you do that because I took this plowing contract.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So
Just well, actually, since you're in here, Ronnie, out the field, I'm supposed to combine.
yeah,
It
yeah.
says I don't have access to the land.
Are you on the farm? You should be, I
Yeah.
guess.
This little strip is here.
Um,
Oh, or is
yeah,
it?
we don't own that.
Or no, 4. This one.
We don't own that. I didn't. I screwed up. New map, and I don't know what I'm doing.
But I guess because you're in here and that's because
Shoot,
the other thing
there's grass over here. Um,
well, the numbers. Well, number 4 over here.
no.
Purple. No.
Yeah, but that's a cornfield.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what to have you do then, because the other field's grass. Unless you want to plow it up.
Probably have another. Wow.
Well, um, I have to buy one. That's fine. Let me let me see. What does it need over here? Do we want to plow it up? I guess I don't know if I feel like cutting more grass.
We've done plenty
Oof.
on over on no man's land, so that'd
Yeah.
be
Okay.
okay.
Let's see. Do we have our plow in here? Probably. Not sure those. 450. Do we have enough for a 450 tractor? We do. Okay.
Plowing up here.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, let's do this. I'm getting it.
That's okay.
I have been watching NASCAR lately, though. But I usually do watch the Daytona.
I just never could
Or,
totally get into it. You know, I guess,
yeah.
but I guess in the '90s, you know, or when TNN was still a network, um, like you know, um, you know, I didn't watch the races. I would watch like inside NASCAR racing, so it was kind of like a tech show, and then there was like NASCAR Today or something. I don't know. It was more about cars and what they're doing as far as kind of the technology, which the rule, you know, some of the rule stuff, like you know, restrictor plates and stuff, because those were, I say, they were kind of still new at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and other and just other things. they did change, like, whole door bars, added door bars and stuff. I mean, and then there was some history stuff too. I guess that watching more.
How how is Elk Mountain? I guess what kind of a map is it? Is it a like a no man's land type map, or is it something else? Or
That's a thing. Rip up ground. Actually, it should be golf course. I guess they just.
so funny you say that. So when I
it's like
started
this
playing
looks
on
like it could be a golf course right here.
when I started playing on 13, um, so they didn't have contracts like they do on here. The contracts were like more like a little. They gave you like a little area to mow, and one of them they had a golf course set up, and then you just mowed this little area in the golf course every time you got a contract.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got it here.
I see. Yeah.
I'm gonna park it next to the field, and I'll let you do that one.
Yeah.
And I'll see what if I can get this field finished. What kind of mining does it have? And is it something you had to get off like a third party, or is it something that's on ModHub? I've been playing this map called Waterworld, um, Goldenrock. Oh, okay. I've been playing this map called Waterworld, and I've got a bunch of it's a third party that figured out how to do mining, and I got a bunch of his equipment in there, and I kind of got to the point I've been kind of I like the map, I like the flow of the map and everything, but it takes so it's a 16x map, and it just which probably sounds like a lot. It actually isn't because most of it is water. That's why it's called Water World. But
Well, it has a tie into the.
well, sort of. It's like kind of like loosely based into
Well, that's
the
what I
movie.
mean. I made that.
Anyways, I finally got to the point. I don't know. Today I was working on it, trying to get ready for this weekend, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm like I'm not I'm not in, I'm not feeling it. But anyways, I got these mining mods loaded up in my PC now, and then I did some talking with my one streamer friend that helped me get the Water World and all these mining mods, and I actually came up with some other ideas that I'm gonna run with these mods. So
So, do they do some in? Is there some light terraforming with that comes with it, or is it kind of like this? You just kind of go over the.
you mean
You
my
dig,
mining
and then you
mods
get your pay.
or what he's talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
The one I've got actually terraforms. And
like
then
like when you're digging, do you dig a hole? I mean, or
yeah,
it,
yes,
okay.
yes, with and then you can either tell it to just terraform like with with no fill, or basically the bucket won't fill, but it'll still terraform.
Right.
Or you can tell the mod to go ahead and fill. So when, like, if you have a bulldozer, you back up, and all of a sudden all this dirt starts piling up.
Well, I guess that was the thing where you got to kind of manage your water and all, and like I said, where you're putting the dirt and all.
Well, and so the guy that originally made it, he had it set up so that it was pay dirt, and then he had a whole mining setup. Um, I'm not running that map, although I have had thoughts about running it. I haven't ran it yet, anyways. We'll just say it may be coming in the future, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, but if you don't run it with that map, like on Waterworld, it doesn't make pay dirt, it just makes regular dirt, but you can sell the regular dirt. And which kind of makes sense because in Waterworld, you know, they didn't have in the movie. If you watch the movie, they didn't have dirt, because it was all water, and so that dirt was precious like gold. So it makes sense. Um, what I'm doing with it right now, though, is I'm on just downloaded it tonight. One of my favorite maps so far on FS22 has been Elm Creek Edit 4X by Stevie. And but one of the things that I ran into that I didn't like about the map, and it wasn't a huge deal, but if you go behind the main farmhouse, there's a creek that he kind of halfway took out, but he didn't completely take it out. And so what I'm kind of thinking is I'm gonna go in there and chop all the trees down, or chip them and saw them up and whatnot. And I'm gonna come in with the bulldozer and I'm gonna flatten everything so that I can make just one big nice field back there. That's my plan, anyways. Yeah, Stevie's are is great. I that was the first map of his that I played. I've been meaning to play Tranquil Waters and I haven't. And then the other thing I was thinking about tonight is, like, I really need to get um Green Valley downloaded to the PC.
We did, or no, we haven't done that. On new piece yet.
No, we haven't.
I mean,
and basically, if we did do it, we'd have to start over, which
yeah,
is
and that's
fine.
fine. Yeah.
But in the PC, actually, the PC probably, from what I've seen so far, would handle a lot better than what the laptop did. So
Yeah. We're kind of speaking of handling it and stuff, because I did want to briefly touch on it. I'm glad Ronnie's in here. But Mud Runner Expeditions. I watched one kind of pre review video. It was an IGN video, so take it with their deal. But I guess and it'll be a while for them to get the bugs out and stuff. But uh, their version of multiplayer is co-op, right? That's not, according to their review, wasn't going to be available at. Doesn't really us. I'm seriously considering it. Though.
Yeah, it's not available. I found out tonight watching this.
Well, it's
that
not
streamer
available at
I've been
launch, but it's
following.
coming according to
Yeah,
the review I watched. But because it's what, $40 or something, I considered it's like this was, I don't know, whatever, 50.
no,
Well, I've gotten my
I think probably 60.
I don't think it
Unless
was
you
that
got it
much.
on a sale, which you could have.
Maybe I got it on a sale, and maybe you told me it was on sale, and that's why I bought it. I don't know. Anyway, Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's again, it's not something I'd have time to invest in. Uh, just the like a single player or a campaign. So that's why I'd have to see how the I'd be co-oping, which I assume be just like with your truck simulator stuff. You just each other out on the exploratory whatever they have.
Well, so there's uh, so in the other Med Runners there was like you had a construction site, you needed to haul like telephone poles and then like bricks and stuff. So like one of us might go around and grab telephone poles while the other one goes grabs bricks.
Right.
And there's stuff like that to do, or there was in the other one. So
Well, that's what it seems. It's more again exploratory and like seems like more like missions are more science like sciency based type
yeah, and
things.
well, I guess what's got me so interested about it compared to like the other two is it's more drier, and it's more like 4x4 or what we think of as 4x4 and
Well, yeah, yeah.
well, it's like you have to pick a lane through the rocks
I'm
and
hoping it's not too
trying to get
tedious for
through them
someone
and
like me who still has a hard time with more than buttons on a controller. But it does look like and here it starts. See, that's the problem is it's why I never PC game before. It's because then it kind of suck you in a little or whatever. But figure it'd be a nice different type of
I
game.
guess my thing is I figure it'll be like ATS where I don't play it other than when I stream it and but it would just be another nice one to just throw into the channel.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like for what we're doing here, it would be kind of fun because yeah, I mean, because you can obviously just throw it around too, and chat and say, oh, can you make it this line or that, whatever, and
Yeah.
kind of I'm guessing. Um, I the co-op. I wonder, will there
Getting
be
way off base
certain
there.
limits on how many of the three of us out do it? Derek in on it because yeah, like you said, it looks like something Derek might enjoy more than this. But then again, it's kind of like oh, you got to be hitting buttons to put your locker in or airing up and airing down. I'm he might get bothered by oh what do I hit to air up my tires again or
Yeah,
you know.
and I mean that's honestly why one of the things I didn't like about the other games, um, and that's that's why I didn't like the other ones so much. Was because it was kind of tedious and in that manner.
Well, I'd watch some. Well, you did some Mud Runner or Snow Runner, but I happened to watch some other specifically Snow Runner
Well, you and I
streamers
have
a
been
little
kind of
bit back
interested.
in the
You and
day.
I have kind of been interested in the game for a year or two now. It's just that we've kind of watched other streamers doing it, but like I said, I think that what has me so interested about this one is it's not in. I mean, there is mud down in the creeks, but it's it's dry rock
Yeah,
crawling,
it's more
and
crawling.
you have to. It's more like what we're used to, which is like you have to pick a line,
Yep.
and it's like what we grew up doing, I guess. It's like
Yeah. Well, and I tell you
well,
what,
that's
it's
more
kind
like
of
what you used to.
yeah. Well, and like on some of the maps, like I hop in the pickup on this map. We just run around. We're kind. I have a hankering to like, oh, there's some rocks there, or there's a ditch there. I guess to tell you the truth, I've done it when Tucker's been streaming on like the Iowa map or one of the other ones done, and
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I gotta go get a snack, so I pick up the controller and he has to buy every pickup in the game, and there's some neat, definitely like lifted truck type things. I was like, oh, well, let's go through the creek here, and the physics, of course, in this game aren't quite right, but it's good enough. um, but the other thing is too, and this kind of maybe is a bit of a segue, and we can go back to talking about it. But I am getting very much. I almost did it today. Actually, is put an order in for FMS and RC. Has a new the Chevy CK10, but it's on this different platform. They're what they call their FCX8. Anyway, it's a platform where it has portal axles, ground clearance, like like a 4-link excuse me, suspension. But it has that long wheelbase, so it's a Chevy long, a square body long box, and looks real good. The body, and that's really mostly is I want to customize the body, and I guess I have the idea to customize it. I guess I kind of want to do it up, or I'll buy a second body and do it up like Billy Bob's pickup in Varsity Blues.
Oh yeah.
With the 69 on the side and Billy Bob and
Yeah.
bacon on the door, and I think it says something on the back. I think it says like coyote powered. But anyway, but also because and I think I've this, but we go up in the mountains, just day trips and various areas, like where I used to ride, but you'd been there too, like Slaughterhouse and then other places. But just to hike around, and of course both of them are kind of rock hound. That's so looking rolls and things and stuff. So I was like, oh well, that's perfect. Get one of those. I can play around with that. And when we stuff was also the reason. Of course, I got the backyard for it. I can do crawling around my pond. But you know what really that's the thing. I've been eyeballing all this stuff ever since you bought that cheap one for Derek, and then I customized. I'm like, this thing was kind of fun to play with. It definitely had its drawbacks with not having a progressive or whatever it's called. It was kind of an on or off motor, and same with the steering. But for what it was, for the price and all that, and what it was, I had a lot of fun kind of just test driving it, and then also customizing it like that. And so, oh well, maybe I'll spend a little bit of money on that. Has more of the features. Like this has oil filled shocks and kind of has a more realistic, suspension.
Yeah.
Like I said, the tires, just other things are better. 2-speed transfer case, and been watching reviews on it, and looks for a ready to run and it's sub $200. It's only $80. The other ones are $140, but they're a little different chassis, which I'd probably be happy with those. But this one kind of has everything I want because it's got the look, and it'll have kind of the performance I'm looking. I don't want to be like extreme crawler, because I don't really like extreme crawlers like RCs or in real life, because I think kind of feel like that's cheating, because those things aren't like street legal. They're not like practical.
Yeah.
Like a truck like this you could build in real life, it wouldn't be fun to daily, but you could, you know, know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could use it as a real pickup kind of thing. Because like the other ones I'm looked at, and who knows, it might start something, and I'll get the other ones, and they'll be more like the garden there. They play with their tractors and all that. Well, they'll make roads, and the truck actually pull a trailer with an engine on it or something to pretend
Yeah.
kind of deal. But anyway, yeah. But it all kind of started you buying that for Derek and getting a little bit of hands on with, like a more than a toy kind of RC.
Yeah.
Um, and Tucker was younger then. He's old now. Of course, he got a couple of toy RC. Been able to drive them pretty well. One's a dump truck. Actually, it was only like got it for his birthday, but I saw it on the shelf. It's only like $11. It's like a dump truck, and it just runs on AAA batteries or whatever. And you got to have it on like hard surface, carpet. But on the hard surface, goes like what I'd say scale speed, but it'll haul and dump and stuff. So he's had kind of fun wood pellets in it or whatever, and then hauling them around, across the kitchen, and then dumping them in a pile, and then and load, that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, as it gets older, I run a real wrecking it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I probably won't get huge into it, but I almost pulled the trigger today because I'm like, well, excuse me, pay, bills are all paid up and everything, and it's like, well, there's some money left over, got some YouTube money, and I'm like, rather than just putting all that, just locking that away in savings like I usually do, I'll use a little bit of it and buy an RC, and then I'd use it on the channel because I do a live stream customizing it stuff or make a video, and again,
Yeah.
because it's it's the right body style for it. I mean, I'd have to modify like the grill and stuff because it's got one of those tubular grills that everybody things in the day. Real the pickup from them. All the wheels won't be right, but they're for me close enough. Because otherwise, the other thing I was going to do is just make a beat up, rusted out farm truck.
Yeah.
But I thought, this might be kind of good, kind of neat because I can take it over the park, do this and that, and I guarantee you somebody will recognize it. Of our age and well, even a little young. Movie kind of probably struck a chord with kind of our generation. I'd say for us, it maybe was a little on the nose.
Yeah.
I mean, not us personally, but growing up where we did certain towns.
No,
I
it
mean,
was, I could see that happening where we grew up. It was relatable.
well, that's what I mean. It was fairly relatable. Just the parent wanting to live vicariously through the kid and that stuff.
Oh, you don't think that didn't happen?
Oh no, I know that. I mean, I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the name, but there's a name I can think of. And the guy, the old guys at the watching the practices and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say where we were it was heavy that way, but I'd say some of the other towns that were our rivals, it probably was even worse. Yeah. But I thought it might be a fun custom project. Because I'd have to make
Yeah,
I'd have to make the graphics, make a roll bar for it. Maybe make some him slash duffel bags. And it doesn't have an interior, otherwise I'd like cut out the
you
windows.
gotta,
Or I could have the
you
pig
gotta like,
hanging out the window or stuff.
yeah, you gotta have like or well, that's what I was kind of thinking is like maybe a cooler with like a slab of bacon on
Oh
top
yeah,
if you could
yeah.
figure
I
out how to
mean,
make
there'd be
that or
some stuff in
something.
the yeah.
Or I can't remember. He drinks syrup straight from the bottle if I
Yeah,
remember
he
right.
dips his pancake, dips the pancake in peanut butter, and then eats it, and then washes it down with syrup. Yeah,
It's been a while since I watched the
yeah.
movie.
Well, I mean, I own it, but yeah,
I
it's been
I,
years since we've dug the
I
DVD
do
out.
too, but I really kind of, especially here in the last year, really stopped kind of watching movies. I mean, not completely, but I just don't watch them like I used to.
Well, we don't watch a whole lot. Every once in a while, we'll funny we're free like on Roku or some other channel like Pluto or V or whatever. We've been watching, like old TV. I mean, kids like Leave It to Beavers. I got them kind of into that and Andy Griffith. But actually, like me and Katie, one is Murder She Wrote. We're watching through that. I mean, not that I watched it new kid. I just remember, my great grandma and grandma, you know, watch that religiously. So sometimes when we were over there, staying the night or something, the theme song I remember, that and like Columbo and but actually mostly what we're watching it for is some of the plots are just absurd, but then also there's all these like well sometimes at the time well known, then other times unknown actors that then got big. They have this kind of small part on the show. I mean, one that comes to mind is like George Clooney, really young George Clooney.
Oh
Is
yeah,
he's I mean he plays a character that has a part, but he's not like the murderer or the main victim or anything. He's just some friend of somebody else, there to be a red herring type of character. But so that's kind of partly why we watch is all these would later become or well known movie actors on this whodunit murder mystery kind of show. And
yeah,
then also it's kind of real, cheesy and campy because all shows were filmed that way. But it's like most of it's obviously on a set or it the lines read like a stage play, too.
yeah.
So things like that. I mean, watching TV like that. So yeah, getting back to not watching movies, it's like not like we watched a lot of movies, but yeah, we kind of quit sitting down for even if it's a movie we've seen 100. Now just with the kids, it's hard to get out to the theater. But to be honest, there hasn't really been anything. I suppose there's one Katie would other than whatever John, the latest John Wick or whatever. Wait for it and rent it streaming or newer movies, but really hasn't been a lot in that realm that either of
Well,
us have
I
cared to
mean,
see.
they did have a break there for a little bit last year, so I mean that's part of it too. But um, I just really haven't been. Man, I've got 2 movies now I need to watch, um, and I haven't even just sat down and watched them yet.
Of course, we talked about this before, but it's like watch outside of what I was saying, like like Murder She Wrote, whatever old TV, 80s, um, YouTube, very,
Yeah,
very, just all kind different things. Not the popular stuff, obviously, but like the Junkyard Digs and oh, Linus, some of the Linus stuff Katie likes. Mostly when it gets into like where it's more about not about as much about the tech, but the personalities. Just doing something kind of absurd, kind of like that
yeah,
sim racing chair thing. She enjoyed that video, because
yeah.
a video like that, things like that, and then there's like pat stuff, so like theory, and then there's these kind of cooking channels where dishes talk about them, or there's some of that. That's the kind of stuff we watch together. I mean, I when I'm alone, I watch more the sciencey stuff. But then there's like Mark Rober, science mixed with entertainment, and the kid, and that's very kid safe, and like in the in model building, it's like that, guys. Well, and she likes watching like Kickboda, Scammer Payback, and some of that scam bait and stuff. So I forgot about that. We can watch sometimes we'll watch those in bed
Yeah,
too. Jim Browning, well, yeah. So
I've
some of
heard
that's.
of him. I haven't seen any of his stuff.
I mean, you might find it a little dry, but I mean, he's the OG. All Scammer Payback Kit, the other guy you watch that I don't, they're all inspired by him. He was the first, and he's the one that probably taught or helped or whatever. Like Scammer Payback does some reverse connection stuff. I mean, he was like the first to do stuff. I'm going back into the early 20s with the tech support scam.
Uh huh.
Like, oh, you have a virus on your get you some bogus subscription. Anyway, Katie likes that kind of stuff. You wouldn't think that would appeal, but the humor's there. That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah, gold. I got them. They came with the map.
Actually, Ronnie, I talk about RCs. What other hobbies do you have? I mean, I guess I should be asking you questions when it's on your stream, not mine. Let you be able to talk, but I don't always get to catch your, other than gaming, I guess. I don't know if I even call this gaming hobby of mine. I guess my hobby is talking to my longtime friend, and we just happen to play a video game while we do it. Because I rarely fire this game up as a single player.
You so you have the map and not the mods because all the boats came in when I downloaded the map. Or do you have the mods? Um,
Okay, PC building. All right, yeah. Um, I like
Oh,
casually
oh
up with build, or like what's the hot stuff or hardware, but you know, I, I'm not that much of an enthusiast that I'm scounging eBay for different parts and changing them out. I mean, I may scour eBay for a little bit better graphics card for this. In my graphics card will run the game, Mud Runner game that might get, but you know, I can't I don't can't have ray tracing and all that stuff. I might try to find a 3060 or 3070 or something, or even like a 2080 was like under $100. I'd that up or something. Other than that,
yeah. All that stuff came with the map for me. And I got them directly from Lambo. Because I knew the guys that were testing the map. Um, they're one of them. I'm a moderator for one of them, and I've done charity streams with the other one. And and I've actually talked to Lambo himself. Well, I mean, message with him, not talk to him like talk to him on the phone. But um, yeah, I got him directly from Lambo. It's a good map. I like the flow of it, and it's like as big as it is, and as much stuff as there is, it all flows really well together. I'm just getting to a point now though where it's like um there's just so much to do. I got so many productions going, and I've got not all the fields yet, but a lot of the fields, and I'm just starting to kind of feel the drag from it.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a make do with what you have and kind of. I mean, funny in certain areas, I'll spend good money on something. I mean, the $140 frying pan comes, but then like with my PC here, I mean, this one's going on about 5 years old. It was decent mid range when it was way I way I spec'd it up. But like garage PC, that's kind of been my fun little, say, like scrapyard wars type of PC build, not for gaming but for just general interneting and the garage, but streaming. Stream out of there and have multicam set up and multiple audio inputs. To run OBS effectively enough to um, be able to like live stream out there in the where I can do projects, paint or cut or grind or woodwork or you uh and it was a PC I got. It was a PC I got for free. I think I've talked about this a little bit, uh, but I got it for free. It was an old Dell Optiplex, so it had some kind of enterprise like hardware in there, at least like the CPU, um, decent for a desktop business machine. Wasn't no like powerhouse server but it that. But again, it didn't have a graphics card. I had I do. Oh yeah, I took an old graphics card out of something else, put that in there that only had like it was a I forget the model, but it was an ATI. You know, it was before AMD even bought ATI uh, video card, so it had like 512 megabytes of RAM. But I mean, that was better in DVI and well VGA and DVI out, so I could run two there. Then I kind of scrapped around for somebody was selling their old gaming PC. Well, I have this Craigslist days, um, and it was like $50, and I mainly wanted for the graphics card. I had a like a GT7. No, it was a GTX 750 Ti, maybe not, but 2 gig of VRAM and $50, and I needed the power supply and fans and some other. Oh, and the RAM was going to be actually compatible. Yeah, so I got good decent RAM out of the bit that would fit in there and play. So I kind of did that. Had to hack up the case to get a power supply so I could power the graphics card and things like that. And just I like cut holes and screwed more fans onto the side of the case. You know, it kind of like got like it's got two on it. Um, and it's getting long in the tooth because it's like 12 years old or something, and it's still going, but it's eventually just gonna crap out and gonna need to scrapyard myself another PC for out there because while I'm not streaming out there a lot, I do use it a lot because I got a monitor that I can move around in the garage and hang. So if I'm doing my Atari gaming out there, I can see the chat and run OBS off to the side and do stuff. Well, that's the other thing is I got a capture analog to digital capture deal for doing that out there and just some other things. And it's very janky, but it's kind of fun.
You can bring your. You should be able to bring your plow over here if you're
Okay,
done,
well,
and help me
I
finish
didn't
just
know
because
if I
this is a big field.
okay, I didn't know if I could because you were on the
I think you
contract.
can.
I'll try. But anyway, that's kind of into PCs building or whatever. I yeah, it's saying I don't
Hold on a second. Let me look.
gotta be on the contract or something. Figured with
Yeah, I'm.
the other end.
Hold on. Hold on.
But really, this Ronnie, this PC that I'm running on, I spec'd it. It's got room to grow, but really the parts I got,
Okay, now
motherboard.
try it.
Okay, still saying no.
Okay.
Um,
Those are.
and this is my
Yeah, there's
editing
a
rig
bunch
as
of.
as well, and it runs my editing software, renders quick enough for me.
Ooh, ooh, here, I want to get you another plowing contract. You'll have to flip over to the equipment. Just park that up in our, yeah, just park it up over there in the, nope, up top in the farmyard. And then tab through, you'll find the plows at the shop, and it is.
Oh, yep.
Oh, it's actually not too far away from the shop. Um,
Um, yeah, the way this PC is, the way I've been using it, lasts me a while. I will have to probably upgrade the graphics card if we start getting into more graphically intensive games.
Well,
And
if it's not this year, like
and if I want, well,
GTA 6 is gonna be.
yeah, well, and here's the thing: if I want to experience, ray tracing, I mean, you got that ballin' system, so you're set for a while. I mean, yeah, it's not like I can't run those games because I just have to run them on like medium settings or whatever, or maybe lower settings. But like this one, I got run all the way up,
You're
and
you're driving by the field, just so you know.
I had to
The
go on.
entrance was behind you.
Oh,
Uh, it's the one on your right.
well, I just turned.
Yeah, the brown one.
Okay,
The big brown field.
next to the cattle pen. Kind of funny. I was noticing, like they're just kind of they're like they're they're lagging. They're like moving. Okay,
Cows are?
yeah. Well, one
Huh.
was like laying down, and this not
Yeah, it is.
it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess I.
If you look at your map, you'll see the numbers flashing. That means it's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, you're right.
We gotta make that money.
I didn't realize this.
You don't have to be exactly perfect, just perfect enough to get the contract
Yeah,
money.
I know. Yeah, we done. But yeah, GTA 6 will be ending. Just kind of, yeah, waiting for prices. I mean, they've come down, but see if I can get the 30 series, around a 200, maybe 200, even if it's got that 60.
I believe it's a 4060.
Yeah, yeah, how much you're gonna be just, and then you got the C.
Yeah, my only issue or my only upgrade I really need is a different TV.
Well, yeah, your displays. Yeah, yeah, you got more computer than you got you're kind of limited in that, but I mean, really, that's just more like the the like definition. You're missing some pixels, yes, but it doesn't prevent you from running the game any or better.
Yeah.
It could look even, you think you think it looks amazing now, yeah, get an get a high refresh.
You're hung on a bush.
That was, I didn't realize that was one that I couldn't just drive through. It's like sometimes I like the realism, sometimes like, okay, I just want to be able to just drive through these trees.
Well, when we buy the field, we can remove those bushes. Actually, we can, and then we can carve a ditch in.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think this Mud Runner game might be a good in between type of game, especially for Derek. Get, get with us.
But see, that's the other thing is he'll have to buy it. So
Yeah, but
although I'm guessing all we'll have to do is just somehow get it into Aaron's ear, and then he'll buy it.
yeah,
We just got to figure out how to do that.
yeah, but I mean that's the thing. Just given the subject matter of it, he might
Might already have it.
will not have it, but he'll buy it without
Or
kind of having to really ponder it. Well,
well, I
when
figured
mods for it, like different vehicles or whatever, downloadables like that come have his, well, exact, but his version of the mighty Nissan, that'd hook him. If there's a Nissan, like if eventually a Nissan hardbody comes available or something to that effect, that'd sell him probably.
you know what's funny is that the streamer, the streamer, and not the YouTube guy that I sent you. He it's not a Nissan. He's been one of his favorite vehicles has been he calls it the Ford Pinto, and it's just I guess to me it's more like a probably more like a VW Rabbit or something where it's like
Yeah.
somewhat off-road capable, but it's still a car. He's been having a he's been having fun doing that.
Well, Aaron's got that mechanic built game thing, which is totally different, but it's,
Mechanic similar.
yeah.
Mechanic simulator,
But see
yeah.
this, when you
Well,
get,
now they've got that wheel and gas pedals and
well,
everything.
and that's what I'm saying is that can probably be mapped to it, so it drive off road with that too. Well, and that's
Speaking of mapping, so last weekend I was multiplaying with casual, and we were talking about we've been almost every stream that we've streamed together on ATS. We always talk about my horn in my truck because um it should be an air horn and it's not. And he's like, well, I think it's in the controls. So after we got done gaming, um, he went in and he looked up what control setting I needed to change and let me know. Well, so I went in there and I mapped it, and then I can't remember what I did, but anyways, what led up? I don't remember what led up to it, but anyways, I ended up hitting reset all defaults or something like that, and reset the whole controller.
oh
So I spent the next hour after we got done streaming trying to remap my game remote for ATS, which actually maybe isn't going to be such a bad deal because I eliminated some of the things that I didn't like from it. Um, since I was remapping it anyways, but I was like, I was like, oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Yeah.
You got that. That thing's got a tail on it when it flips over.
Yeah.
See, they gave me a little. I think it's the next size down from that for a plow. In my field is maybe 2/3 of your field. You know, it's almost not quite. It's definitely not as big, but it's still a pretty big field. But they give you that one
Yeah.
for your field. So, I think I'm gonna like this map because it's got curves in it, and none of the fields are straight and rectangular.
Yeah.
That may be one of the things that's kind of burning me out on the water road map is because all those fields aren't. But it's not the only thing. I know it's just the grind that you have to go through.
Well, that's kind of what
On
these
it.
games are.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but I'm like I don't want to delete my game or anything or restart it or anything. But I'm just like I need a break. I need to go do something else.
Tucker was wanting to do. He had a good week, so but
Did you get what you were talking about?
no. Well, we can talk about it.
Oh,
No, that's gonna come a lot later. But I haven't told him thinking about it. But it's gonna require
uh,
um, it's gonna require him consistently doing chores or certain chores and all that are buying Minecraft time with it. And but I was looking up Steam, and yeah, it's like there's different versions and stuff, and I was like, what's just kind of more the almost just the vanilla? That's all, because I'm not gonna play it. Just it
um, I would. I mean, you can buy it on Steam. Um,
or through whatever my direct.
I was just gonna say I bought because I bought the Xbox version off of obviously the Microsoft Store because that's Xbox.
Yeah.
But um, I was gonna do the same thing for the PC.
Well, okay, I didn't even think about the Microsoft.
I should actually um hold on while I'm thinking about this.
But like I said, I just
Because now that you say that, now that I'm talking to you, I realize what you're talking about. Um, because yeah, there's dungeons and there's this and there's that and
well, and of
um,
course there's packs and all that stuff, and it's like, okay,
yeah.
when he gets older,
Well,
if he's still into it, he can, you know, eventually
the
get his
thing
own.
about what I got on the Xbox was I got like these just a bunch of little extra things that were not necessary but kind of nice
Well,
that I got on.
here's kind of what started it. Is one of his best friends at school. Well, what kid? probably doesn't play games.
Yeah.
But and they actually just live walking distance. But and eventually there. But uh, and Katie's kind of that's where I got to play most of my video gaming. When
Yeah.
I was
Well, I mean, yeah, it does have
outside of my,
some kind
when
of
because I only had
villains,
the
and you're
Atari.
trying to kill them, but it's not that bad of a game. Oh yeah, okay. I'm looking on Steam right now. I don't see the version that you want.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not getting it anytime soon, but it's and actually, I consider it maybe a little bit more better for him to spend time on a game like that than even this, because it's kind of engineering.
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
it's like virtual Legos is what I always.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you get to you build things, and then there's like potions that you can um I shouldn't say poster. There's recipes where you can actually build like levers that do things and
Well, right. It's almost. Well, I remember way back in the day when sudden it became a phenomenon, and the I was a kind of a it was a kind of a podcast deal, and it was older, but they were into tech, and they're like, Minecraft is teaching a generation AutoCAD, basically. you know kind of because people were figuring unique ways of how to, like you said, do, like, make it do things within the game, like functioning computer within the world of Minecraft. Or like somebody, I remember seeing a YouTube video where somebody made a working, now I don't know how they connected it outside of the game, but like a working cell phone, like video phone. I mean, it was all pixelated, because that's what the blocks are. But like, I don't know. I almost wanted to see the video. I'm trying to find the video. It seemed pretty amazing. Um, Anywho, that's kind of thought, but again, it's like kind of moderation is that, kind of Katie's on more, but like I believe like his friends and stuff do play survival mode. Is what he's talking about is like we met one time and and uh, got killed by a mob of zombies. I mean, it was, and they quote play it on the playground. They're playing more rather than, but he'll enjoy the build part that goes in. But yeah, I just want, yeah, like whatever the kind of vanilla
yeah.
that can just use the controller. That's simple because, well, I mean, he knows his letters, he keyboard pretty well because kind of stuff. But I mean, you know, I can't, I never don't have the muscle memory for the um AWSD, controls either. So definitely needs to not be that. Um,
Yeah. Well,
something.
there, I just sent it to you.
Okay, yeah, I saw it pop up and take.
Yeah, it's 1999, but it comes with a few extras. Basically, it comes with like or at least mine did, came with a extra map, and then it gave you some not much money, but gave you a little bit of money to spend in the Microsoft store, so you can buy other maps or buy skins or.
Yeah. Well,
That's
and
why
see,
it's
that's
like if you. That's why I've got that black skeleton skin. Is because it's like, well, I'll buy a skin that um I'll buy one skin since I got the money from from that purchase. So
well, you might not get to know. that you know,
Yeah.
it's just it's gonna be a reward, but a motivator. I mean, that's getting to play this game is
Yeah.
do well in school, and they have at school they have kind of well, remember we had kind of catch 'em or catch 'em doing good kind of. They kind of have that similar thing in it, but it's like a school wide deal. Rewards if you get cards.
I kind of remember it, but I kind of don't.
Yeah, I only remember it more in elementary kind of deal.
Oh, Michigan farmer, rated in. Let's see.
Okay, write it in your screen.
Yeah.
I don't have yours. I I was gonna, and then I got a couple people watching over on mine. And
Oh, he must have gone, but there's Reed fingers farming. Yeah, so also did I say that right?
didn't realize how huge this field is.
Well,
How
yeah,
much does this earn us when we get done?
that one will earn us 70,000. This one I'm doing will earn us 40,000,
But yeah. Anyway,
which we
he
kind of
doesn't
need because we only got like 3,000 left after our purchases.
he doesn't know that I'm gonna get it and then allow him because and it's been again he doesn't really even know what the game is other than what friends tell him. Um, and looked it up at but like last weekend I got the paper cutter out and showed him how to use it and use it safely, and he cut up a bunch of squares, different colors and stuff, and was putting them to pieces of paper to make a world and make a different things out of blocks of squares of paper. And we
Yeah,
got the Legos out, and he's been building a world, and he's got him back well and gave him a set or something. Somebody did a Minecraft set, so he has some creepers. He has Steve been making Minecraft worlds out of actual Legos.
yeah,
Only they have some vehicles, but it's funny because we have some Lego accessories, food items. I was like, here's an apple, here's a carrot, here's a leg, and stuff. He said he like throws them back. He's like no, those have circles. Those are round. Because Minecraft's all squares.
yeah,
So it's like you couldn't have there. Like, oh, okay. But we got like he's using like my old castle because I had some castle sets and stuff. Castle piece, gray piece. Got some making structure. I don't know. He's got some. Well, yeah, I do have some little like fire, and so I don't know. I guess his friends must be telling him a bunch about the game because it was a bit more than I mean, I don't think he knows what the game, like what all you could do or should or can do other than
Yeah.
building. Because again, the way he talks about they play at recess, it's definitely more survival mode type. So we'll see. He'll probably want to stream. This is gonna be a long. Yeah, I'll take a look at your link and I'll save it.
We're farming on Elmo, Missouri. We just started this map tonight, and I'm multiplaying with Jumpman. He's plowing another field,
Yeah,
and we've
I'm on my own channel on YouTube and Twitch. You'd
we've
set up
managed to run ourselves.
two
We've
windows and
managed to run.
snap them
We've
together. Then you
managed to we managed to run ourselves out of money. So we were working on contracts.
just like real life. Times the realism. Oh, I don't know why this popped. I guess I was thinking, but when I was back to the career fair, uh, one of the students there worked at, or just working like part time at Blueprint Engines,
Uh,
and I said, Frank Kermodka, like, oh yeah, yeah, got an engine named after. Yeah, say it. Tell. He must have knew it kind of pretty good. Get what the kid's name was. He was pretty impressive. Like hiring probably be that,
oh yeah.
but he wasn't investment. I thought that was
Yeah, I haven't talked to him for a few months. Well, I was talked to him when I started this new job, but
that's the thing. We're friends on Facebook, so occasionally we'll back there, but anyway, what's happening? I was like, I accidentally hit the buttons just right to hire a worker. It's like, we don't have money for that.
yeah.
Well, I was stuck in
That's all right. Like we get these 2 contracts done, and we'll start working ourselves out of a hole. It's not like I mean we've got 2 fields, but it's not like we have anything we need to do at the moment, and
Yeah.
not until we get corn in, so we can make do. Yeah, no, I've been burned out of no man's land for a long time, but we bought those extra fields, and um that last time it just took too long to mow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I should go back and like sell them, and I mean maybe we can do like an abbreviated version because we wanted to do grapes and stuff, so
Yeah.
maybe we should just go back and kind of I don't know. But also there's a bunch of maps that wanted to play. This was one of them, so we've talked about this one before.
Well,
So
yeah. Ever since I found out it on to deal with Derek, kind of thing. And some headlamps down because it can't just drive through. Too realistic. I guess we talked about it, but I guess it's been 2 weeks. Funny much?
supposed to see him tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Um, no, I haven't. But
You got a
today was
show or something?
today was Stuart's 75th birthday,
Oh, okay.
and Julie was putting a party together for him tomorrow at Thunderhead. So I asked him if he was coming back for it. He said yes. But, I mean, granted that was a while ago, but I still assume he's still planning on it. So
Okay.
I did. I don't know. That was a while ago too, because I asked him if he wanted me to come visit him at that time, and he said no. Because at the time he was like, I'm either gonna go see he was either gonna go see his dad or see his sister. And I was like, well, that'll be good for you, and like get some nephew time in there.
Yeah.
Go go play with them. You don't even have to hang out with your sister too much. Just go because Owen and Gavin will both, they just want to play. So just go have fun with them. Like that's what I usually do. Like I let everybody else talk. Um, I let everybody else talk upstairs about whatever they want because they got a big basement. So and that's where all the playroom is and everything. So we'll go down there and do whatever they're gonna do. We'll play hide and seek or whatever. But so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I see him tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like I knew I kind of had thought about not posting it in our group chat or group text uh, the expedition snow mud runner because I knew he wasn't gonna play it, and I don't think Jason even has a PC, so
Yeah, I doubt it. It's that's the thing. It's like a lot of people don't even have a basic phone.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, phone does everything he wants. Go on the internet. They're well, I mean, they just stay in the little walled gardens, Facebook, TikTok, Gram, and Twitter,
Yeah.
and don't actually go to websites hardly.
Well,
I
there's an app for that, you know,
yeah,
so
well yeah, an app for that. Yeah, exactly, and I still I I like our hate like our well some of our benefits. Some of it is like, oh, just download our thing from the app store, and like, no, the website. I want to log in. You know, I want to do it in a browser. Keyboard and mouse. I just can't. I just can't.
well, and
Like I
funny
can't.
you're
I
saying
can
that
for some
because
things, but if I'm gonna do anything important, it's. I mean, I work day in day out, and spreadsheets, all that, everything. So it's like a phone just can't do. Care if you got the latest and greatest Android or iPhone, they don't compute. They're great for quick stuff. Like I said, I use it, but not like other people use it. I don't use it as a
yeah.
productivity. It, I don't even use it as an entertainment device. Somewhere in between, I guess. I guess it's partly because I can't type on this. I guess that's probably a lot. I don't. It, I gotta have my right mouse button and use my copy paste. You know, Control C, Control V. You know, live with
Mm.
those. I live in short.
Well, that was one of the things that was killing me at my last company was I think they had like I think there was definitely two apps that they had that wanted me to download, and I can't remember if there was more than that or not. There was definitely two, and I finally when they made me download the second one because it was supposed to be for my time clock. And it was like, well, that would be nice if I could do that for my phone, but it never actually worked on my phone, like it was supposed to. But I was like, I finally told my boss, it's like, you guys better not ever get another app, make me download another app, because like I don't have enough storage space the way it is, and I've already got to have two of them that you guys made me do.
Yeah. Well, my thing is just security and all that. You know, you lose it, and all that, or somebody hijacks account or sim happens. All this stuff. I guess that's
Yeah.
just the thing. I don't have my life on this. You know, live before it, live with it, but I won't be necessity. I know I don't write checks and all that stuff. I still have any bill still mailed to me. Although some of them gotten to the point where they're making you pay. They're basically forcing you statements and stuff by charging you a fee. Don't go paperless.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those I've had to cry uncle, but they don't do that. I get the paper thing because I want. Otherwise, I'll lose it in my email or get it. Because again, my brain just doesn't work in that phone. It isn't. It isn't connected to. So I need that piece of paper as, oh, it's time to pay this bill. And then I'll go online through the website and pay the bill or set it up or whatever I got. Like go to the doctor, they want or whatever you're in. Like, and apps are just they're too basic. They're like freaking internet, Comcast pretty much forced onto the app. And what makes it double hard is I got two different accounts that I raise room here, and its app is garbage. It's slow. It doesn't hardly load half the time, and I have to log out of one account and log into the other. I can't connect them. It's fine if all I had was one. I want to do differently.
Yeah.
I want to keep it separate, and I just it's definitely a generational, yes, but I just couldn't understand of banking. It would scare me too. I don't hardly ever go into the bank. I use the website because I can just see everything. I know how to navigate it. In the apps, sometimes I don't know how to navigate it, or some things are just available. Like the YouTube app, the Creator Studio app, you can see and do some stuff, but you've got to be in the browser to really do what you need to do. That's why it's an at a glance kind of. I live in it, but my coworkers ordering food, they're doing all this and through the app. And I just can't. I don't think I'll ever fully. I'll always have and a piece laptop or.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing. Video now, very very basic, like 3D modeling and from a printer and stuff possible.
Speaking of kind of changing the subjects again, but so the last Fortnite season ended Thursday. I didn't even really want this season, but I ended up kind of getting it for free, so I was like, okay, what the heck, I'll do it. Um but I was like kind of hoping cuz like there's streaming stuff I need to do. There's setup. There's some other things that I need to do, and I just feel like Fortnite kind of if in order to in order to get everything in out of the season, I feel like you pretty much have to play every day, um,
Yeah.
or almost every day. Although this season I missed quite a few days, and I still ended up getting everything. But those is like the first time that's ever happened. Well, anyways, the new one came out, or actually, servers aren't up yet, so I think it starts tomorrow. But I was looking through. I'm like, I've been kind of like, I probably shouldn't get this season. I really need to work on other things and stuff. And finally, it was able to. I haven't. I've got to take a harder look at a couple things, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this season I'm not gonna get. So it's like I'm hoping to actually get some of this, like the shirts, maybe finally done, and um, there's some other things. Well, I mean, you kind of know, so I'm
Yeah.
just not mentioning them, but hopefully I'll be able to actually kind of have some more free time to work on some of that stuff. It's like this game. That's one of the things I like about this game is like if I don't play it in for 2 or 3 days, it'll it'll be exactly where I left it when I last played it. Whereas
Yeah.
like um, so I can work on that other stuff, but kind of kind of excited about that. Hopefully things work out the way that I want it to. Oh, is it up? I know it wasn't earlier.
Are you on right now?
What's that?
You I might pound or two.
That's fine. I don't think I'll probably have this field done next stream, but um it's still gonna take a while.
Yeah, this one's definitely. Speaking of
Yeah,
servers,
I'm
that's another.
pretty sure I don't want that season, but I'll have to look.
Speaking of servers, that's another. Like to get started on it. Home server. Get my data order instead of being boxes. Basically,
Speaking of speaking of that,
there's 6 terabytes of video right above an old hard drive. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. Especially
um
because I've been, converting just tapes. And I
Yeah.
get back into that too because I got that's so tight 1-to-1. That if the tape is 6 hours long, it
Yeah.
well, a lot of times I do that while Tucker working on either craft project or I'm actually fixing, and I'll have it going.
Yeah.
Set up my Atari stream again, but I gotta soon. I gotta suspension work.
Yeah, that's what I need to do is I need to get more into just playing it occasionally if I want to play it and but I'm and not grind at it like I have been, but I'm I'm kind of burned out on it again. This is the second time I've burned out on it.
I will say I do I do game every night, like 10 minutes. That's I've been shooting for um shooting for high scores on. Well, right now I'm playing Dig Dug, but I've kind of I've hit somewhat of a wall in Ms. Pac-Man. Get what's Dig Dug. I'll allocate 10 minutes time, kind of like right before fired up on the Aiden. Other than that, I go Friday nights here is the gaming. Most
Yeah.
gaming I do. Actually, Tucker's got the I got the high score on the same machine. Game called kind of it's a puzzle game. It's fun. I mean, with unlimited menus, he can. There's like 50 levels and do or something. But it's funny because those are there, and I told him I said basically kind of play them just about any time. Again, they're quick out of games. Just immediately go for it. It's usually kind of like a in him time. Again, you get him on the P. Gotta monitor. That's the thing. If he had unlimited access,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That's more in the winter time because you can't go out. summertime. Yes, it ask.
I always like I I never I played Hot Wheels when I was younger, but I was like I never really ever tried to convert a game. You know, like I guess that the equivalent would be like the original Grand Theft Autos um, top down would be a lot like something you could do with Hot Wheels or something. Like I never, well, I didn't know what that game was back then, but it was like I never tried to do anything like that. I was just I think what I did was more demolition derby with them.
Yeah, well, you know what I can remember with friends in town there. Um, we would, bring all our cars, put our cars together, so we'd have a huge lot, and some of them were spectators, but we'd have races. But it's kind of funny how you'd actually how you actually did the race was um had your car, we'd have like 20 something cars, and you're just on the carpet. We had a course, and you would just take one car and you'd just give it a push, and however far it went, that's okay, that's where it went. And you did each car, and just you tried to give them about the same push each time, and you always started at the back, and then by the time you got around the course, wherever it went, one that made it across the finish line was winner. But that was kind of how I remember playing with them mostly. And then of course we had the Hot Wheels track, and then mostly drag racing. You could never, the curves were at the end, slow them down.
Yeah.
I had a well, because I knew what. Actually, it was funny because the spectator cars, but then like I made like out of cardboard like handstands and stuff. You had the little, well, they were actually wooden, but the little people, the little round ones, they eventually outlawed because, well, supposedly kids were,
Uh huh.
they're like little round. Well, they had houses. They're like they're kind of like for preschoolers, but we had those still around, and so I had them set up on like the grand cardboard grandstands. But I had like the Hot Wheels track had like the well, I still have it. But it's kind of like a starting block, fresh, but it's not like spring loaded or kind of drops again. And actually, I remember we got it used. I think it's from the originally released track, 60s, because I remember we got all this.
Uh huh.
Well, and I know it's the earlier version because it's not compatible with the track they. We didn't have it. We tried to make jumps and stuff. That didn't. Although a while back, but did set up like a jump into the like modern barn and had it so the track lined up just so most of the cars could jump and they barn or through the that was when
Yeah.
there. Which that's the thing, we were almost gonna bust. I was almost gonna bust that out and actually I think triple white. Like into cars, but not like hot. Like he likes the things
Yeah.
racing, but not. It's not like, oh, that one likes that one. It isn't even just like, oh, well, that one. Finish it. It's also a funny thing about Hot Wheels. I have my he likes match even the modern better. I think it's because he sometimes will
Oh
like they don't
I
make
was gonna say cartoony, but I can see both.
yeah. Well, it's not Hot Wheels doesn't have the realistic, but they don't have things like that industrial. Funny to notice that he knows the difference. That's the thing. If he chooses Matchbox or Hot, it will use production rather than. I bought him some, well, ones that I knew that would fast on the back and doesn't necessarily go for them. He does like the pickups. Pickup ones, he only likes the one box.
Yeah.
Kind of like he likes the more beat up, the better.
Maybe they'll be in the rat rods
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
something like that.
think they're file is too big. Small of an error. Yeah. But I know I don't gotta get it. Still count. Maybe a quarter of it. Got her cam account.
Yeah, I see it.
Probably just we'll see if it comments again. It might be. Oh, right at the end. That's definitely no one. Started. Yeah, gonna shut her down.
Nope, you can't because we're done. Either one of you. Sorry.
All right. Oh, stream. Well, thanks for watching. Hey, Ronnie, we'll catch you later, hopefully. So.